time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 73 days.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com.
I can hear the disgust as Oklahoma takes the title.
I watched every second. I even sadistically made myself stay for post-game and watch him dogpile, watch the whole. And I hope, you know what? I hope Dave Van Horn and every player that returns next year and his staff and every season ticket holder watched it as well.
All your troubles will slide into your car, shining through the heavens until your throat is sore. What's your grief? Hope steals your joy like a thief. What brought you grief? To find it for relief. Tell us your belief. Tell us what's your beef.
LSU, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Florida, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Tennessee 2 years ago, and now Oklahoma. When's it gonna be us?
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, produced by Christian Johnston.
With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
This is the Morning Rush.
And welcome in to our favorite day of the week. Some call it Hump Day. We call it What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Some of you still frustrated following Oklahoma's national championship win on Monday night over the North Carolina Tar Heels. And by some, I mean
It's
sitting
our
next
day
to
to
me.
itch and complain.
Yes.
I'm itching and complaining.
And complaining. And complaining. Big C.
Got the scratches here, itching and complaining.
Big C, I know you filled in before, but I know you're glad to be back and have these cocked and ready to go,
Yeah,
right?
I have a beef.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, we've got 2 hours. Lewis Automotive Group hotline's open for you at 877-377-6963. We really don't like putting up with complaints Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but today is the day for you, and then we'll get back to normal programming on Thursday.
Richard's Country Meat Market. Summer is here. Grilling season's been here. And if you're planning backyard barbecues, family gatherings, I got one coming up for July 4th, America's 250 celebrations. Richard's is stocked up. It's the place to go. Steaks, house-made sausages, gourmet burgers, and a whole lot more. All there, plus the sides to go with it. 479-443-0000. Go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com or just stop in and see them just off College and Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville.
All right, so Christian, Tommy, I want to start with a question, beef-wise, and then we can get into some of this. And you tell me if my grandmother should have a beef with me. So Father's Day,
Yes.
Father's Day weekend.
I don't even know why, but yes.
Was extended with my dad because I came into town to Little Rock on Monday night, and I had told both him and my bonus mom specifically, we are going out to dinner, and I am paying. My grandmother tried to split up the bill, so she's just from that generation that pays her own, she doesn't like other people paying for her. I'm 31 years old. I have a full-time job. I'm at a point in my life that I can spend money on my relatives, my parents, my aunts, my uncles, taking them out to dinner, because Lord knows I've eaten them out of house and home for years and years and years.
Yeah.
I had to, again, she's not a strong woman. She's frail, 90-plus years old.
She
I had
can
to
still bust your tail, I promise you.
I had to almost physically assault her to grab her check because I said, this is mine. And I've done this, and she has done this multiple times over the years where we've had lunch, dinner. She always tries to pay, and I'm just at a point where, that's not going to happen. So I asked this question from the jump. Should she have a beef with me wanting to pay, or am I at a point where I'm validated and that's my check? Move your old hands off of it. I'm asking that question.
No,
to
you
a wide,
are. you are right in the approach you're taking. I think your execution of your plan needs a little adjustment, but I remember getting to the point that I wanted to buy my dad dinner, take him out for his birthday, and it was always the same challenge. There was very few times that he got alligator arms. So no, I mean, because it's a sense of pride for you as well that, hey, I've done well enough with your help to get to this point. Let me repay the favor.
I can't. You know,
they're taking your thunder away a little bit.
You know how they show the charts of the amount of money you spend on a child progressively until they turn 18, and then obviously you send them off to school and help them through various aspects of that. I mean, it's a lot of money. And
now,
so
Ryan in Prairie Grove brings up a great point. I'm going to elaborate a little more on his point because I don't think he's putting all of it in there because you have not been to this point in life. But you will have no problem letting your father pay or your grandmother pay once you get married, have about 3 or 4 kids, and now you're multiplying by 6. Your arms, alligator arms all of a sudden. Oh, I can't reach for the check. You won't have any problem at that point when your kids sit down and every one of them order a $4 Coke to start the meal, and you're multiplying by 6.
I guess it depends on
your
how
attitude
many
will change a little bit.
Go ahead, Big C.
How many people you're eating with? Like if it's just me and my dad, yeah, I'll pay for him. But
it was 4 of us. It's my bonus mom, my grandma, and my dad. And my grandmother tried to split the check where her was by herself. I grabbed that and said,
here's what you do. You've got to you got to excuse yourself from the table early in the process and find that waiter or waitress and say, listen, don't bring the check at the end of the night. Just bring it to me.
Swipe the card.
Here's the card, whatever. You work out the detail. That way it's handled. That's how you do it with no conflict. And then when they say, at the end, we're ready for the check, it's already been handled.
Michael wants to know, does Ty have that same problem when you all go out to eat? I'm a one-a-year guy. By that 1 a year, I mean I pay for our meal once a year.
His arms, oh man, I can't reach across the table.
And well, I'll say this. Christian and Colton's in the other room. When we've gone out to eat, who pays?
You.
Okay.
Yeah, I've trained you well.
I
have trained you well.
It's a built-in.
All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
As long as someone else is, on the downhill slide of this thing. But
it's like the pay it forward.
Exactly. But I feel like it's my duty to show when we go out appreciation for what you do. Or I don't think Christian's ever had to pick up the check when he's been with me or Colton, or pretty much, that's just what you do to show appreciation. And that's what you're trying to do. That's what you were attempting to show your grandmother.
Gratitude, yeah.
Gratitude. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to let that person do that because I'm the same way. No, let me get that, and how much is it? Okay, you can get it.
Yeah.
Tim in Fayetteville, I ran into this predicament myself, and the solution is pretty simple early on in the evening. Like you said, excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, find the waiter or waitress, and instruct them to bring you the bill explicitly, or just swipe the card then and there.
Yeah. Brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is their number. Call Brandon. Ask specifically for Brandon. No one else. You'll get a discount up to $500 or 10% off your job when you call, and Brandon comes out and gives you the quote. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
All right, before we get into Darius Acuff, do you guys have a beef you'd want to share?
Well, I'm not over Monday night yet. I mean, and it hasn't happened yet. I haven't went out to, walk-ons or TGI Fridays or somewhere and watching a game, and here comes these Oklahoma people running their mouth. But it's coming. I just know what's happening. Just like you knew Grandma was going to try to pick up the check. What do you call her? You don't call her Grandma.
Grandmother.
Grandmother.
Grandmother,
Ooh, very,
Grandma.
very formal.
Grandmother.
Just like you knew that was coming, that she was not going to let you pay without some kind of argument. I know it's coming. Now, hopefully we get closer to football season and they forget they even have a baseball team again. But I am not over Monday night. Was it 9 different teams since Dave's been a head coach in the SEC have now won a national title, and Arkansas is not amongst them. It's not fair. These programs aren't better than Arkansas. In several cases, their teams weren't better. It's not fair, but life's not fair. If life was fair, we wouldn't need wheelchair ramps.
Is it okay? And I agree with the last point, but isn't that take or they just got hot at the right time. Isn't that just an excuse?
No, they're not they barely got in the tournament. They had a below 500 record in the regular season in the conference. No, that's not a loser's take or an excuse. That's exactly what happened.
Christian, I want you to do this throughout the show this morning. It'll honestly probably take you to the break. You mentioned the teams, and you heard them in the open that have won. I want you to go and look, and the years that those teams won the national championship. I know we lost to LSU in 2009 because they beat us in Omaha, but I want you to look at those teams if we beat them in the regular season, because I think in a lot of cases we did.
Yeah. I bet of those 9, I bet we won 5 of them, maybe 6. Regular season series.
Every LSU, you had an
LSU probably, because if you played them down there, you went down there once and we won. Amazingly, somehow we won a series with you there. But it was a year that LSU was way off. You never went to LSU and won. Even when they were bad and you were really good, you didn't win down there for a long, long time.
Was it last year we got tossed? And I know we lost them in Omaha, but my goodness gracious. I mean, that first game, they blew us out. No, sorry. First game was close because Root pitched to Jim. Second game, we got rocked.
And listen, this is not a team that you can complain didn't win the national championship.
No.
You're just, my complaint, my beef is, why isn't it our year to be the team that hasn't had a banner year, a stellar regular season? Why can't Arkansas be the team that gets hot the last 3 weeks? Why has this formula worked out for Mississippi State and Ole Miss and now OU? And I'm trying to think of anyone else that would fit this description of how they won the national title out of the SEC. But those 3 certainly fit that. If there's anyone of the other 6 of those 9, let me know. But I think most of the SEC champions have had good years and went on to win it. Those 3, why can't it be our year? Why are we cursed?
By the way,
Chris and Jeff would like to let you know, Boomer, this morning. OU fans don't have to rub it in. I also so I haven't, and I follow college basketball a lot closer than I do baseball. I think everyone listening knows that. I haven't felt that our basketball program in the last 6 years, even though we've been good, made the Elite Eight a few times, Sweet 16, in not one of those years did I feel that Arkansas basketball was going to go on and win the national championship. The teams, in a couple of cases, the team we lost to, UConn, Baylor, went on to win.
But like in baseball, the best team doesn't always win the national. And sometimes you do. But many times you don't in basketball.
And it's a little different from maybe
in
how you
football.
feel.
The best team nearly always at least plays for the national title.
Yes. All right. You want to talk some Darius Acuff?
What did he do last night?
He got drafted.
He have a night?
He got drafted.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darius Acuff Jr. from the University of Arkansas.
Listen, bro, I had to remind you why you was the SEC Player of the Year. I got to remind the world why this man, to me, is the best point guard in this year's draft.
Allen Iverson dubbed Acuff the next him.
What's your message to the fans back in Arkansas about your time in the Pig Suey?
Oh, yeah, man, I love y'all. I'll be back soon. I won't stop coming out there for sure. I'll be back for sure.
This is the opening drive.
It's the 3rd point guard drafted last night.
Yeah, that surprised me a little bit. I thought with the way Jalen Brunson played in the NBA Finals and what we at least see as a similarity, that might boost him a notch or two. But the first 4 were clearly set. You weren't. I mean, so really, 5th in the draft, it appears to be the best he could have done, other than the 7th slot with the Kings where he fell.
Yeah, and that, if you remember, where did Arkansas go before San Jose?
Oh, you're talking about in the postseason. I'm trying to figure out what you're.
Sorry, where did the Arkansas basketball team in the postseason of this last year? Where did they go?
Remind me.
I went to Sacramento.
Sacramento, okay.
Went to their practice facility.
Okay. I wasn't thinking that.
And I'd listen to radio hosts and Sacramento writers, and the idea was he's going to go there. He's going to go there.
Well, that's a coincidence.
Yeah, but I just thought that was kind of cool. You've got a Razorback connection. Big Nasty, I think 30-plus years ago, drafted, and last Razorback player I think that's headed to Sacramento. It's an organization, again, early 2000s, had some run, not a lot of you got another Arkansan and in Malik Monk out there. I think he's still playing in Sacramento. But it is one of those things, kind of like Boozer said. Boozer made this statement last night, pick third. It's like, I'm going to prove I should have been one. Well, I don't know if Darius is going to necessarily say, I'm going to prove that I should have been the number one pick. But I bet you in his mind, he thinks he's better than both Mikael Brown and Keen Wagler. Beat Mikael last year for Louisville. Arkansas didn't play Illinois this past year. They played him the year before.
Well,
trounced, but
both those guys bigger, which everyone is bigger in the draft at the one. But I think all this does is motivate him even more. Even though you were a lottery pick, firmly right in the middle of the lottery at 7, he'll find this motivating. I would guess. We'll answer that. But last night wasn't the night for grievances or why didn't I go higher. Be grateful you're taking 7th because that's really, really, really good.
You think about recently, Anthony Black, Moses Moody, now Darius, SEC Player of the Year.
And this was a good draft. I mean,
oh yeah.
If this was a year that was more average in talent in the draft, he would have went higher than 7th. But it was a year that was loaded with players in that top 4, especially.
Did Bobby Portis go first round? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he went. Oh, geez. What
17 or something like that?
Right outside the lottery of the Bulls, if I remember that right. I think so. The storylines that's being paraded and shouted from the rooftops everywhere is Cal's got more lottery picks now than Coach K. Obviously, a big deal last night. Disappointing aspect of last night, Malik Thomas has not come off the board. I know there's Nick fans. Colton's probably excited about the aspect of him ending up at New York Nick. But those are TB was never going to get drafted last night. But that was the two major storylines.
All right, that's the opening drive. It's brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is their number. Top quality aggregates with like rock, sand, gravel. Ready-mix concrete always available to bring to your job site no matter how big and how many yards you may need or how small it is. If you're finishing up a residential project with sidewalks and driveway, they can help you with that as well. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group. I got another beef. The NBA and the draft and how they handle and announce and, operate around the trades is confusing and ridiculous. Yeah. Why don't they do it like the NFL where, hey, the 17th pick in the draft has been traded by the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Sacramento Kings with the 16th selection. But they let the team in order select, and then the announcers, well, they're not actually going to the Lakers, they're actually going to the Thunder. I mean, it's just confusing, it's convoluted, and I don't understand the purpose. Help me understand.
Oh, I don't know. Scott Van Pelt was
dumb
against it last night.
It's dumb.
Christian, think about for your vantage point as a Dallas Mavericks fan. You got Trae Young wearing the Mavericks hat and Lucas wearing the Atlanta Hawks hat.
But they're not going to play for either of those teams.
Exactly.
That's just stupid.
That's the one that I think recently stands out for people.
But it happened how many times last night in the first round? I mean, there were
stirs for the mid.
Huge. I mean, like
a
5 different
to the system.
Well, I mean, but they're up there with this alien who's their commissioner taking this picture, and the hat that they have on's going to have to be photoshopped. It's just dumb. Why don't we just, if we have a trade, announce the trade and then get the right hat on the right players? Just stupid.
You know how you address.
And then Lisa Salters is asking the right questions, which is disjointed from what we just saw. It's a bad job by the NBA.
I don't want people to think that I think all bald people are ugly. But you ever heard the phrase, man, she's easy on the eyes? You talk about an attractive woman. Adam Silver is not easy on the eyes.
No.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And I know he's regarded as intelligent, and he's obviously the head of the NBA for a reason. But, geez Louise.
Dr. K on the Lewis Automotive says the only reason that they do it that way is because they can't make trades official until July. Well, fix that then if that's the problem.
Yeah,
don't have your draft till you can't make trades official. It's just plain dumb.
I got to ratify it. What's your beef, Christian?
The perception by prior to the World Cup, the world had on the United States of America was like, it's terrible. It's a terrible place, and it's
only
nice to see that people are starting to see how good America is as a country. But it just makes me mad that the media has had that much of a hold on people that literally people all over the world thinks America is just an awful place.
Social media always amplifies things in the worst way. Correct? Is that a fair?
Well, I'd say mainstream media doesn't do a bad job of doing that either.
So when people actually experience certain things for themselves, I think they have a much different perception a lot of time of the actual reality of said country or said experience or whatever.
100%.
And we're experiencing it real time with this World Cup.
Well, the perception is that the news media people create is that we're all this politically divided nation at each other's throats. And there's this racial tension and division. There's social economic warfare in the different classes. Yeah, all these things that just, and then they come here and say, it's a delightful place. Just like, my trip to Scotland earlier. Delightful place. Wonderful people. Not rude at all. I've been to New York City a few times. You know what all I ever heard growing up? How rude and terrible the people in New York City are. Never experienced that, really. Maybe one person. Everybody else it's been great. So, I mean, it's another reason to understand, don't believe what you're told.
But don't go to Lawrence because they're not, they're not. I'm kidding.
Sort of kidding. 4th of July just around the corner. If you're planning your menu, but you don't want to do all the cooking, Arts Barbecue and Burgers has their 4th of July Spectacular, celebrating 250 years of freedom and great barbecue. Here's what you get. This is a $350 package for $250. And it's going to feed 25 people. 5 pounds of pulled pork, 2 racks of ribs, 2 pounds of sausage, potato salad, baked beans, buns, sauce, banana pudding. You kidding me? That's worth it right there. Brownies, plates, plasticware, everything you need. So if you want to just show up and enjoy family and friends and not worry about firing up the grill, having pellets for the smoker, going down to the grocery store and getting it all done, I guarantee you can't go to the grocery store and buy all this food for $250. All right, so order yours now, 479-452-2550, 452-2550. Orders taken till July 1st. Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and more, celebrating America's 250.
All right, Hog Update when we come back, some baseball and some football news when we return on the Morning Run.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback, the only local family and Arkansas alumni Razorback store in the state.
And the Stadium Shop is the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
You know, it seems there's always a Razorback sporting event happening.
And if you need something new for your home, office, or just want to update your wardrobe, the Stadium Shop has new stuff arriving all the time.
And we don't have to ask someone from corporate office to get something that Hog fans want. We are the corporate office.
Hey, Matt, did you hear about the tree out in front of the store?
No, what about it?
I heard it's a bit shady.
Wow, you've got to leave these jokes alone.
Anyway, you can see the shady tree and all the hog stuff at 989 South Razorback Road here in Fayetteville.
But not everyone can get to Fayetteville, so we've got one of those www Google
Dad, again, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or they can call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Allen Iverson dubbed A-Cup the next him.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Enclaves at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off and 4.9% financing for up to 84 months on this luxurious third-row SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Or online at harryrobinson.com.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Members Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get big savings on Milwaukee Pack-Out tool storage, coolers, and tumblers. Save $50 when you spend $250 or $100 when you spend $350 or more. After instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Do you want a fireworks display that will have your kids thinking you're the coolest parent in town? Then listen up. Hey, this is Coach Olenek, but you can call me Doug. I'm one of the co-founders of Fat Boys Fireworks in Van Buren, along with my friend Dwayne Froud. We have the largest kids table in the area with all the novelty kid stuff. Come see what we mean at 5524 Highway 59 North in Figure 5, Arkansas. People tell us all the time, I wish I would have come to Fat Boys first.
Fireworks, especially.
Oh, look, fireworks!
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Presented by Central Hydraulics. When your equipment slows down, every minute matters. At Central Hydraulics, they keep your machines operating with the power and precision they were built for. From custom hydraulic hoses made while you wait to cylinder rebuilds, pump repairs, and hard-to-find parts. Their technicians get you solutions you need. Fast, accurate, and done right the first time. Stop by 6104 Highway 271 in Fort Smith or call 479-646-0471. Whether it's a simple hose replacement or a major hydraulic repair, they're here to keep your equipment performing. Central Hydraulics, helping you move the world.
Whether you're heading to work, hauling the kids to practice, or just hitting the open road, there's one stop that makes every mile better. Jam Mart, your local family-owned home for unmatched service. From Jam and Joe's coffee to the cleanest restrooms in town to high-quality fuel and our go-to Jam Burger baskets. We've got everything you need to keep moving. Stop by any of our locations in Fort Smith, Greenwood, or Boonville. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in Arkansas.
Fill her up, please.
Need more customers? I'm Lance Gregory with ESPN Arkansas. Let me help you grow your business with the power of radio and digital marketing working together. From radio advertising to targeted digital campaigns, I can help you reach the right audience, increase awareness, and drive results for your business. Let's build a marketing plan that fits your goals and gets new customers. Email me today at lance.gregory@hitthatline.com. Radio and digital sales combined, helping local businesses grow.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Come on, pig.
Dan McFadden goes 73 yards.
And Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs cleans.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Well, you know, I really like Coach Silverfield a lot. I'm going to see him on Wednesday at the naming of the football stadium.
This week or next week?
That's this week.
This week. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Tomorrow?
Is that tomorrow?
At noon tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marsha Martin, who's the founder of Onyx, she's the one with the cool boots. Had the Darius boots last year. I think she sported other boots. I actually got a chance to meet her in, I believe, Portland. Really nice. Big Arkansas booster.
I didn't know there's that much money in makeup or whatever Onyx is. I'm sure some of my money has went towards it. But good for her.
I guarantee it. She's talking with Basil and Roger yesterday. The
audio courtesy of KBZ.
KBZ. You don't think that was you think that was a slip of the tongue? That was not. That should have been.
I promise you.
Okay. Because they've kept this. What I told you is like, do you know what they're going to announce today at 12? Because
apparently the name of who the sponsor is going to be, not beginning this year, but next year.
Yeah, so they've managed to keep that under wraps. I gotten a sense from a couple of people I trust that it was going to be this week, but they still don't know what it is. But the announcement evidently is going to be today with the
and she didn't hurt anything. I mean, I'm sure the U of A would rather not had her alert the world, but I don't understand why, if there's an announcement today in 2.5 hours, I haven't seen a press release or anything, a notice from the Sports Information Office that, hey, we're having a press conference at noon today.
Mm-hmm.
So this must be some high-level secrecy. You got to give enough money to know what's going on deal.
And here's what my impression on that was. Her, along with her husband, guys like Kevin Wilcox, maybe our friends Jason and Sarah Everett, like I'm talking that have invested and contributed a lot of money to the U of A the last couple years. I'm guessing that they're going to...
I bet John Tyson's invited.
Yeah, John Tyson, the Hunts.
I bet if Warren Stevens probably won't be there, I wouldn't guess, but he's invited.
He got the invitation.
Yeah.
But I'm going to guess that it's a combo of those ones that have contributed certain threshold, and then potentially, now they might release it now today, now that it's kind of the cat's out of the bag, but I would guess the plan was initially to tell them and then maybe on Thursday fully to the public. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah. So I think it's gotten people talking about it. I think it's probably worked out in their favor by accident.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no good guesses on who the name will be, but I don't think it'll make sense when we hear it finally. And if they're going to tell a small group of large donors today, the word's going to get out.
Yeah. And so that's part of, we talk about access for certain boosters. I mean, part of them contributing all that money is they not only get better seats, but they get intel quicker than us common folk, I'll say. So that is
and should.
Yeah, no.
I don't have a problem with that. If
no ill will. Yeah. You're funding our program. I get it. Trust me. Other news, baseball wise, they announced the field in Globe Life. Oregon State, Arkansas, Iowa, Oklahoma State, and Baylor. One old Southwest Conference foe. You played Oregon State and Oklahoma State recently. They're back in Globe Life February 26th through the 28th. And Arkansas also got TCU catcher Nolan Traeger. I don't know if there's any relation to Traeger Grills, but he's a good baseball player, top 50 portal kid. DBH continues to add to the number one portal class this cycle. All right, that is your hog update here on this What's Your Beef Wednesday.
And brought to you by Dr. Bo Sparkman and our friends over at Valley Family Dental Practice. Dr. Bo can help you with your sleep apnea. So if you have a CPAP, you travel with it, it makes noise, you got to clean it. It's making you sick from time to time. If your wife's telling you she can't take the snoring or the CPAP anymore, talk to our friend Dr. Bo. At Valley Family Dental, they can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. So call for an appointment today, 479-226-3500, 226-3500, and get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farms in Fort Smith, also in Roland, Oklahoma.
All right, William in Lafayette has phoned in. He had a thought on picking up the Chet. William, go ahead. You're on the Morning Rush.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
We good, man. We good.
I guess it's that time of year where we're just kind of visiting, right? But that conversation that y'all were having on picking up the check, that kind of resonated with me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's uncommon. What I've done, the little tip is that when it became frictional to me, I just got gift cards. Like I would give gift cards as gifts. So if they wanted to split the check when we were sitting down, I'd just come back and get them a gift card for them to use later. So I kind of paid it back. But I'll tell you another thing that could be kind of problematic. You take them to a really, really nice restaurant and want to pick the meal up. I'm still hearing about one meal we had at True Lux that I took Mama to. True Lux over in Houston. And mind you, this is a woman that took the whole family, me, my wife, my daughter, my sister, her husband, 2 kids, to Maui for Christmas, right? Footed the bill.
Yeah.
And I set her down in Houston at Tree Lux. I was going to treat her to a good meal. And you would have thought I had just ripped her heart out. You know what I'm saying? So be careful on that one, too.
Yeah.
Be careful on that, too.
Yeah, don't steal their thunder. Yeah. Yeah, William, thanks for the call. I mean, because you're stealing what they want to do. They want to do something nice for you, so don't take that away. What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market. Getting ready for the 4th of July. Get everything you need to get on the grill this holiday season during the middle of summer at Richards Country Meat Market, 443-0000 or richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back. A few other storylines, including more on the Brendan Sorsby side.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course, Richard.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's Lutz boxes are curated to perfection. The refined $5 box, opulent $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box, featuring the Fajita Street chalupas with boldly seasoned peppers and onions. Each delivers a satisfying symphony of flavors, but all that Lutz might go to your head.
Monsieur, check please.
You already paid. That's literally your receipt.
I wanna hear.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E. from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Brandon Zimmerman in Barling or call Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CarpathSocial.com.
How long do we have to wait tonight for another Razorback to be called? It would be a proper assumption to say Malik Thomas, but do we wait long? How long is the wait tonight as we start round 2 of the NBA draft before Malik Thomas or Trevin Brazile is called? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by CartPath Social. Now, I don't know which coverage you watched. I kind of bounced back and forth between ABC and ESPN. They had a different set of commentators on both ones. I was watching later in the draft, and Billis had Malik Thomas on ESPN. He had him well up there in his best available players, regardless of position. So if you believe Billis's research, it shouldn't be long, but how long do you think it'll be before Malik Thomas is called?
Let's wish him some goodwill. Let's say he just goes off the board first tonight to the Knicks and gets to play for the defending NBA champion. So 5 minutes, because they're going to draft within 5 minutes. Now, depending on when you start your draft coverage, when you turn on the television, but I'm going to say that
it's a reason to be there early. I was there early last night, and I don't want to wander off of our question, but I wondered if Peterson slid from 1 to 2 maybe, because he was in a lot of people's mock drafts and, ranking of players as number 1. DeBonsa from BYU went number 1. I just wondered if his load management cost him maybe the number 1 slot. So.
If I was an NBA player, maybe this is a loser mentality. I don't want to be the number 1 pick. There's so much pressure on you to live up to out-of-world expectations. And
not a ton of extra money between 1 and 2. The money comes in the second and third contracts, but
and I know it varies year by year, but I can think of multiple guys that were drafted number 1 overall and bust. Now, and then there's guys like Akeem Olajuwon drafted before Jordan. I don't think there's many Houston fans like, man, we should have drafted. You get what you get.
So you think Thomas is early? I think he's in the first 5 picks tonight. So I think the wait will be less than an hour tonight. Does Trevin Brazile get called? Does he make the next 30 picks of the NBA draft?
I think so. I think that's going to end up happening. Be a bummer if he wasn't, but he's going to find his way onto an NBA roster at some point. If he has to go the free agent route, so be it. There's guys that have gone that way and it's paid off. And sometimes it's better for you because you can kind of hone in on maybe what team you want to work with.
I just got to believe the Cal connection is going to get him into the draft. I just think the connections are run too deep. He knows too many people. He's a tiebreaker. So it comes down to the end. Brazile's skills, his athleticism, and the Cal connection will be enough. He will get drafted tonight. Okay. All right, that's the Morning Rush Daily Question, brought to you by the best place to play indoor golf. That's Cart Path Social.
Yes, Cart Path Social. Summer memberships going on right now through the end of September. Number one place for golf in the Northwest Arkansas region. Memberships start at just $200 a month, and you can play unlimited golf from now till September 30th, whether you're scratch or a hack. 7 days a week, rain or shine, cold or hot, it doesn't matter. You can play at Cart Path Social. Always BYOB. Have fun. Bring your food, bring your drink, and have a great time at Cart Path Social. CartPathSocial.com. 122 Grant Place in Lowell. It's our friends at Cart Path Social. All right. The Brendan Sorsby saga continues, Tommy. They're not doing a supplemental draft. Now, I didn't realize they hadn't done one since 2023. But he's got a chance to be in that 27 draft, or the Hogs could pick him up.
Well, or was this the NFL's way of sending a message that we don't condone gambling by our athletes, and we're not going to allow you to immediately come into this league with the track record? It almost seems like an endorsement of his behavior if you part the seas to put him in there. And like you said, a supplemental draft's not required. So I just wonder if the NFL went out of their way to not have a supplemental draft, which, as you're saying, is not uncommon, just to make a point that we're not going to let this gambler in our league quite so easy.
I know his lawyer's fighting back with the National Football League.
That'll work well. Sue your future employer. The only place you can actually go to work. That's not smart. But I heard Matt Jones talking on halftime yesterday. Get to the Canadian Football League. Get there as quick as you can. Keep playing ball. You know, I think that's probably his best option.
At this point, you got to prove that the juice is worth the squeeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got baggage.
You got to put something on film that's worthwhile.
You've got baggage, so prove that, you know what? Despite everything that's happened, I'm still worth it in the long run. That would be the mindset I would have if I was Brendan Sorsby. But now we'll see what ends up happening. Again, there's only been one Hall of Famer out of the supplemental draft. It's Chris Carter. I don't know how many NFL GMs and execs are like ticked off that they're not going to have an opportunity. I know he was a top 5 kid, at least quarterback wise, but that's kind of where they're at.
He's not. I don't think Sorsby has proved that he's worth all this. Like I said, the juice is worth the squeeze at this point. So I don't think any NFL team is saying, man, we are really missing out.
We'll have Richard Davenport on with us in just a bit, get his thoughts on that. So that's one big college football story. The other one, and this is not just college football, but college sports. The D1 cabinet yesterday approved the 5-year eligibility rule, no later than the academic year after someone's 19th birthday. It's going to be basically ratified and signed, if you will, today.
Now, the way I read the post yesterday, 5 years to play 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're giving you 5 years of eligibility. You got a 5-year window. So if you get hurt, you get injured. I mean, which is kind of the way it is now, because you can play in football 4 games and still retain a red shirt.
Good point.
So this is not a dramatic change. But if you get injured and you miss there's no, unless they make some change, no medical hardships, you got 5 years to play 5. And that puts an end to that because, I think they want to curb a lot of this coming internationally, certainly cut off any chance of someone that has played professionally being eligible. This has been more of a basketball thing. So I'm finally grateful to see the NCAA and its member institutions step up and take a stand and show some leadership.
Yeah, this is, I think, important. The guys and gals that are playing this past year are not going to get that extra year. I feel like they've got an extra year with COVID and everything else that's gone on. So I'm like you. I'm happy this is progressing in the way that a lot of people wanted. I know John Calipari is probably happy seeing this rule.
He's been for this.
Mm-hmm. And now, starting in fall of 2027, we'll see what shape, what direction this does for college athletics.
And hopefully they, whatever final finish line in making this official happens sooner rather than later. We're brought to you by Sterling Bank. Their folks live here, they work here, they cheer for the Hogs just like we do. They're proud to serve Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville, and Little Rock. At Sterling Bank, they believe in backing the people who call Arkansas home. Local decisions, personal service, and a commitment that lasts longer than just a season. So whether you're growing a small business, buying your first home, or saving for what's next, Sterling Bank is proud to be a part of your team because when the home team wins, the whole community wins. Sterling Bank, local friendly banking made to fit you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, Brian in Ozark has phoned in here on this What's Your Beef Wednesday. Brian, go ahead. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, I got a question, and, I'm not real familiar with NBA much, but is it if you're drafted in the second round, you're not guaranteed a contract or anything, right? You got to kind of prove yourself.
That's pretty. That's
that
right. That's right. You got to make the team. You got to make the roster. Yeah.
So Malik Thomas pretty much kind of hurt himself by not staying in college, right?
We don't know that yet because it's a business decision on whether or not they've invested enough in you and your slot in the draft to make sure that, they're not going to cut you. I mean, you may end up being a two-way player, playing up and down, from G League back to the NBA. But your initial point is accurate that, I guess even a first-round guy technically isn't guaranteed anything, but it's a business decision. Hey, we've got too much invested in this guy to cut him loose. So,
all right. I see. And another thing, on the Sorsby thing, I would believe, and this is just my opinion, Colin Kaepernick was blackballed for the NFL for comments and stupid antics that he made. And I believe that he had much more talent than Sorsby did as a quarterback. I don't think anybody in the NFL is going to touch that kid because, in just my opinion, I believe he would have to be watched 24/7 because they're not going to trust him for a long time. Why would they want to put themselves through that? I'll just hang up to your comments, and you guys have a great day.
You have one? No.
Go ahead.
I was sitting in the middle of a text. I got to be honest.
Yep.
Christian, he was basically saying like nobody's in the NFL is going to want to put up with Brandon Sorsby.
I mean, that's what we were just saying 5 minutes ago. Is what I heard Brian saying that to
Might be
repeat
the most
for the
accurate
third time. The juice isn't worth the squeeze with this guy. Show me something on film that says this guy should be a first round, second. I mean, that he belongs on a 53-man roster.
Wow.
Particularly at quarterback. Show me something on film from Cincinnati or Indiana or anywhere else that says, hey, this guy's NFL worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of the talking heads, all the pundits we've heard, they're not, from what I've heard, they're not convinced. Just because Texas Tech threw $5 million at this guy, we don't know yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the places he's been, has he set the world on fire? No.
Could have been an investment gone even worse, depending on how he displayed.
I think they got away from. It's all worked out well enough for Texas Tech administration and their coaching staff. They got away from this guy quick enough to probably not ruin their professional reputations because they were staking themselves to this guy, and it wasn't going to turn out well. So. Hey, if you haven't been by the Pradco store that's inside the Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith, need to get by there. We were talking about this with Bruce yesterday. They can customize their lures there for you. It's just a $3 upcharge. So perfect gift, and they did a lot of them for Father's Day, but perfect for 4th of July. You can put America 250 on there. You can put your name on there. You can put any message on there. Bite me here. Maybe the fish can read. You can put whatever you want on there, plus choose colors and really design your own lures with Pradco. So it's the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. Customize any of their lures right now at Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith.
Hour 2's coming up. Richard Davenport's going to have some thoughts. Arkansas's doing well on the recruiting trail thus far. Another commit. I think a D lineman, if I remember that right. He's going to join us in hour 2. The Morning Rush. What's Your Beef Wednesday? It rolls on next.
Fort Smith, your next great fishing story starts at the brand new Bass Pro Shops outpost on Bass Pro Drive, just off Rogers Avenue. Step inside and discover the Pradco store within a store, where you can design a custom autographed lure from iconic shapes like the Head and Spook, Cotton Cordell Redfin, and many others. Add your name, a message, or whatever sparks your imagination. Whether you're gearing up for the water or grabbing a one-of-a-kind gift, it's all happening now at the Bass Pro Outpost. Come make something unforgettable.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback, the only local family and Arkansas alumni Razorback store in the state.
And the Stadium Shop is the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
You know, it seems there's always a Razorback sporting event happening.
And if you need something new for your home, office, or just want to update your wardrobe, the Stadium Shop has new stuff arriving all the time.
And we don't have to ask someone from corporate office to get something that Hog fans want. We are the corporate office.
Hey, Matt, did you hear about the tree out in front of the store?
No, what about it?
I heard it's a bit shady.
Wow, you've got to leave these jokes alone.
Anyway, you can see the shady tree and all the hog stuff at 989 South Razorback Road here in Fayetteville.
But not everyone can get to Fayetteville, so we've got one of those www.
Dad, again, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or they can call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
This is the Morning Rush.
You know your business. I know the fans. Together, we're a championship roster. In Arkansas, loyalty is everything, and nobody connects with the Razorback faithful like our team here at ESPN Arkansas and HitThatLine.com. When you partner with us at ESPN Arkansas, you're not just buying airtime. You're gaining trusted voices that talk to your customers every single day. I'm Ty Richardson. Let's grow your business together, both on air and through digital avenues. Become a partner at ESPN Arkansas. Email ty.richardson@HitThatLine.com to start your campaign today.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, Johnny'sTransmissionFS.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly sunny with rain likely, a few thunderstorms possible, a high right around the lower 80s. We'll see a chance of showers, a few thunderstorms tonight, upper 60s to near 70, and then a chance of rain and a few thunderstorms on Thursday with a high Thursday right around the mid to upper 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Cop CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at copcdlacademy.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 73 days.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
You could drink beer.
The superior light beer for the social athlete.
I can hear the disgust as Oklahoma takes the title.
I watched every second. I even sadistically made myself stay for post game and watch him dogpile, watch the whole. And I hope, you know what? I hope Dave Van Horn and every player that returns next year and his staff and every season ticket holder watched it as well.
All your troubles, let's ride into your car, shout it to the heavens until your throat is sore. What's your grief? Hold still to die like a thief. What brought you grief? To fight it for relief. Tell us your belief. Tell us what's your beef.
LSU, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Florida, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Tennessee 2 years ago, and now Oklahoma. What's it gonna be us?
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, produced by Christian Johnston.
With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
And it is hour number 2 of the Morning Rush here on this What's Your Beef Wednesday. We've got a few more beefs to get into. Richard Davenport is going to join us as well. Wouldn't be possible without our friends at Richard's Country Meat Market. I know you got barbecues, family gatherings, and other stuff going on this summer. Maybe it's 4th of July, America's 250th birthday. Richard's Country Meat Market is the perfect place for those hand-cut steaks, sausages, gourmet burgers, and everything you need for the cookout. Plus the local produce on the weekends and those brioche buns. Man, the perfect pairing. 4th of July, can't forget Richard's Country Meat Market. They've got everything you need. Give Richard, Chris, and Audrey a call, 479-443-0000. That's 443-0000. Or stop by Richard's Country Meat Market, just off College and Rolling Hill Drive in Fayetteville, and online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com. That's richardscountrymeatmarket.com. All right, mentioned a few more beefs before we got to RD. A guy from Harrison had a good text earlier here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. U.S. played at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm 31 now. I don't like staying up late. But, man, that is just – and I guess, Christian, it gets us prepared for the 9:15 game against Utah later on this September.
Yeah, on a weeknight, it's a little tougher to stay up, watch a 2-hour soccer match. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'll be up and watching the Razorback game at Utah for sure. But I'm not going to lie to you, Ty, if I start the USA soccer game, I may get too invested, and if it's a great game and it's a close game, I might watch till the very end.
Well, hopefully the United States takes down Turkey, and it's a fun one for all the Americans that are watching. All right, we've got still a lot to get to, including our buddy Richard Davenport, who now joins us via the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Richard, of course, writes for Whole Hog Sports, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Artie, before we closed out the last hour, Brennan Sorsby, news continues. Supplemental draft's not happening, Richard. And the NFL, I just assumed this was an every year thing. Apparently they haven't done this since 23. I know that his lawyer's mad. He's probably mad. But your thoughts on the NFL deciding not to host a supplemental draft this year? And the main kind of point seems to be him and his eligibility.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a big surprise. I mean, let's face it, he's damaged goods. Obviously a lot of people in college football didn't want him to be in college football, and I'm sure, the NFL took a look at that and obviously looked at what he did to be in that position, and that's just the consequences of your actions. It's unfortunate, but you got to live with them, and hopefully he gets his life together and somehow, can, I don't know, get back into the game at some point. But he's damaged goods.
We'll see if he goes to JUCO, the Canadian Football League, in preparation for the 2027 NFL Draft, and where he ultimately lands if the story continues and projects like we think it's going to. Mentioned he's not eligible to play in the NFL, it looks like now. Eligibility always a concern in college athletics. Do you see what's being passed by the NCAA with the 5 years, 5 years to play NCAA? I know it's not completely done yet. It'll get, I guess, implemented as of today when they finish, but trending in the direction that I know you, Tommy, myself, and others have been talking about when it comes to the eligibility of college athletes.
Yeah, and I think it starts at age 19. So basically, probably the oldest you're probably going to see somebody, if that passes, is nearing 25 years old when they complete their eligibility. So I think it's a good thing. I think the frustration of a lot of coaches, and then Coach Cal, he doesn't like his 18, 19-year-old guys having to compete against 26, 27-year-old men. So it makes sense. I think it's finally a common sense rule, and I think it's much needed.
Richard Davenport with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. All right, RD, football-wise, you got another commit. Tell me this kid's name, JUCO defensive tackle. There's no sense of me even trying.
No. He told me, come on now, it went in one ear and out the other. He's Samoan. That's all. Samoan names can be difficult, and he told me, and I'm looking at it right now, and I still Maroni, Maeva. I don't know if I probably not
close
even anywhere close to it. But anyway, he's somebody that the Arkansas staff found, and you got to give the support staff a lot of credit. They were able to find him and get him on campus. Kept him on the low a little bit until they got him on campus over the weekend. He's 6'4", about 315, 320. I was able to talk to him after his visit. Good-looking kid. Upper body looks very good. Just well proportioned everywhere else. And you look at his film; he's very quick off the ball for a defensive tackle. Now, you obviously need that for a lot of reasons, but especially just being able to get off the ball and be explosive and create havoc in the backfield. And Arkansas is very, very happy about this kid, and he may be one of those guys that a diamond in the rough that they found, and next year, not next year. Well, yeah, the 27 season, we may see the benefits of that.
On the subject of football, did you see the news out of KBC? The stadium naming announcement that's supposedly going to happen in less than 2 hours today, Richard. I don't know if you've been told anything about that, but sounds like we finally might get the intel we've been waiting on here in a few hours.
And it's supposed to be the largest in college football. So at least if I read that right?
I think that's what Rick Thorpe said. I believe that's correct.
Yeah. So obviously that's big. It's much needed. You need, in this day and age in college athletics, you need as much revenue as possible. That'd be a nice shot in the arm. And we're going on year 2 or 3 without a naming right. So Arkansas has been without extra income from that revenue standpoint for a couple of years at least. So it's overdue, but it does take a little bit of the sting out if it indeed is as large as anticipated. So obviously it's a plus.
I think a lot of people are just excited to hear who it actually is. You've known that it was going to happen, I guess, since the initial Razorback Roadshow in Fayetteville, and now it's just a matter of, all right, which company is attaching itself to Razorback Stadium?
A lot of speculation. There's no doubt, and I think you probably saw yesterday or the day before, Louisville announced a $30 million deficit as far as their athletic department from last year, and I think the last 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 of the last 8 years, they've ran a deficit. Before NIL, you had about 15, 20 schools in the black. Imagine with the current system, that's even more of a challenge. I don't know what that number would be right now, but anytime you are able to get more revenue in this trying times as an athletic director, obviously you gravitate towards that.
Take it, no question. 2 notable things happened last night in Brooklyn. Malik Thomas not drafted. Darius Acuff goes number 7 to the Sacramento Kings. At least Arkansas-related notable things. RD, I don't know if you took it in last night. If you did, any surprises? Kind of thought how it would play out, or what are your thoughts on what happened in round 1 in the NBA draft?
Yeah, I was happy for Darius, and obviously he saw he saw Arkansas's basketball social media just blowing up and promoting that, because they know the recruits out there and future recruits are watching the NBA draft for the most part. I'm sure maybe some didn't, but for the most part, a lot of them are sitting there in their living rooms thinking that's going to be me one day. And you see Cal in the green room and along with Darius, but obviously going towards Malik. Hey, if you're not a Darius Acuff or or a little later projected, there's always that chance that you fall to the second round, and you have to be prepared for that. Hopefully, he's selected to a team that fits his skill set and needs his skill set, and makes things happen once he tries to take advantage of that opportunity. But that's just you see it every year. Guys projected to go in the first round, they fall to the second, so nothing unusual.
And I had a kind of a smaller beef with the Razorback fans. Were like, see, Malik, see, you should have come back. It's like he probably made an educated decision based on what he was told, and that doesn't always pan out and mean that it's accurate, like you're saying. That's at least my perspective.
Exactly. And there's always that possibility, and I'm sure a lot of the fans thought, okay, he's going in the first round, and then they're the same fans are the ones saying you should have came back. So it's again, you make decisions in life. Sometimes those decisions aren't what you think is going to be the end result, and life throws you a few curveballs, and you just got to run with it.
Richard, we'll leave it there, man. You always bring it here on the Morning Rush at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. We'll chat next week.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
All right, our buddy Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. All right, we asked Big C to do a little research earlier in the show because I was just kind of curious. Hey, Arkansas, one of our beefs this morning, still a beef at Tommy. He's going to be back. He's dealing with something right now. Big news. If you haven't heard with what's going on with ESPN Arkansas, he's in the midst of that. I kind of just wondered, Arkansas baseball. We don't have that national championship yet, but I feel like we've had a pretty good record against some of the teams. Well, since 2021, Big C, where are we at in terms of the national champions in baseball that Arkansas has played?
So we have, in the regular season, we have beaten the national champions 3 times out of the last 6 years. So that means we're 3-3, obviously. Beat Mississippi State in the regular season in 2021, Ole Miss in 2022, and then you beat OU, obviously, this year. So it just kind of goes to show, Arkansas's kind of right there. You just, you have the regular season success against a lot of these teams. But for whatever reason, the postseason hasn't gone your way. You hadn't been able to put that. We obviously know 2018 how that turned out, but it just shows you're not like getting blown out. You're right there.
Hadn't translated to what we hope is an eventual national champion. I had someone text in, might have been Ryan earlier in Prairie Grove. Man, the way the portal's playing out, I'm glad we lost in Lawrence. Could end up doing that. I wonder if you would sacrifice one season. I'm not saying they did that. They didn't do that. In fact, I'll say they didn't do that. But obviously it didn't pan out. You lost in Lawrence, Kansas. You were a 2 seed. Still went 7-3 in the SEC in terms of series. But this was not a year that Arkansas fans will remember, I would say, fondly or positively, even though they did make it to the SEC championship. But now you are in a situation where you can have the number one transfer portal class. High school's all over the place just because kids can move on. And I guess depending on if you're draft eligible or not, you can do that as a transfer portal player. I think about the Ball State kid whose name, oh gosh, it's escaping me. That's who Dave alluded to in his press conference, which actually he's in right now, funny enough. He's doing his end of the season press conference. But Dylan Grego's that kid's there. Grego's that kid's name. But that's who you expected to kind of be the shortstop. He ended up, even though he told them one thing about money, ended up moving on to the draft. So you just never know whether it's a portal kid or high school kid. But right now, especially the Traeger kid come in, you've got a really good transfer portal class. Hey, we were chatting with our buddy David Rath yesterday. And Larry and David always want to let you know that, hey, you can trade in your vehicle. They always want trade-ins at Rath Auto Resources in Rath, Mitsubishi, because they want to get more of those road-ready certified vehicles. Certified, inspected, also have warranties on them as well. They've got a great selection at rathauto.com. But they're also, if you just want to outright sell it, you can do that as well. Both locations, Springdale, Fort Smith, Mikey Car Care Center is awesome at both spots. Got like a 4.8 and a 4.9 on Google. What does that mean? It means their ratings are really high. And they got 500 plus ratings, I think, each at Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi. Maybe you just need a vehicle tune-up. Maybe you're looking for that vehicle to send your kid off to college this upcoming year. Maybe it's that final year of high school. Maybe it's just you want one. It could be it could be one of those new Mitsubishis. I know they've still got some under $30K. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, helping you out both sides in the tunnel at Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi. Ryan is in Hot Springs this morning. He's got a beef with baseball. Ryan, fire away, man. You're on the morning rush.
Oh, no. I misunderstood. I wanted to comment on the baseball thing, and I wanted to give my what's my beef.
All right, go ahead.
So I know at the Mississippi State one, I know we swept. I know we beat Ole Miss. I can't think of who the third one is. But
OU.
That would be OU this year.
We actually did.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
But it just I don't remember if we swept Ole Miss or not. But I know we beat them pretty good, and I know we swept Mississippi State. But they're just crazy. It's basically just how much bad luck Arkansas had. I just kind of wanted to agree with y'all on that. Also, I wanted to give my prediction on who's going to be the naming for the stadium as well. So one more thing too. I think it's going to be it'll be Walmart. It'll probably be the Waltons. Would be my guess.
The indication I've got, and I don't pretend to be an insider. I'm just a talking head who speaks from 9 to 11. Is that it's not an Arkansas-based company. That it's a national company. Walmart's already on the field. Tyson's already on the field. Again,
Right.
those things I've been told is wrong, but I texted people that I actually, kind of trust on this stuff, and they don't know who it actually is, but they at least have, in their opinion, an idea. So that doesn't mean that you're wrong. Acker
Right.
said he's here in FedEx. FedEx would be awesome.
Well, Walmart. So Walmart actually. So that ties into my what's my beef. So I've brought this one up before. But I'm going to bring it up again because I get aggravated every time I go in there. But they're making us do self-checkout at Walmart, but then they also don't want to give us a dead gum tap either. So let me tap, put my stuff in, and go.
Yeah, that's.
And then they want to. So I just want. I feel like that one needs to be brought up every once in a while, just kind of like they put a little pressure on Walmart. Not I say that tongue in cheek, kiddingly, but that is very surprising. I figured it would either be Tyson or Walmart, somebody that's already got their name on the stadium. So that is very surprising. And I don't doubt you at all, Ty.
Again, I could be proven wrong coming up here in about an hour and 40 minutes when
United
they
Health.
reveal this to the big. Where'd you get United Health?
I'm just throwing one out there.
John in Prairie Grove says FedEx or DraftKings. Again, these are just guesses. I don't even know if you call them educated, but they're just more fun. All right, Ryan, always good to hear from you, buddy.
Yep. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good day.
You too. I don't know if Ryan's fishing today or not. He sent me a pic yesterday of him at Shangri, or maybe it was earlier this week at Shangri-La. I was very jealous. Very jealous. Notable news, though. We'll discuss it on halftime. I know that'll be nice to have that kind of breaking live. I'm guessing it's going to filter out. I would be very surprised if we didn't know what it was by about 12:15, 12:30. People talk. Just how it goes. A guy from Harrison, it's probably the Trojans.
I've never been more excited to know the name of a stadium in my life. I mean, I know we haven't had many of those in our life. It's been Donald W. Reynolds for most of my life, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty exciting, you know, just the fact that we're finally getting a name to the stadium and the curiosity of what it is.
Ken in Fort Smith, what did he say? It went down. It's me. I paid $1.69 for the naming between the hours of 2 and 300, or 0200 and 0300, the second Tuesday of each month. Somebody in the Razorback organization will think about my name. Well worth the money. Gunner in West Helena, can't be DraftKings. Texas Tech is going to name their stadium DraftKings after their former starting quarterback. Find out a little later on around lunchtime. More reason to listen to halftime coming up. There's always a good reason to listen to halftime. Hey, we're brought to you this morning by Pradco. Best fishing story of your life can start at Bass Pro Shops Outpost off Bass Pro Drive, just off Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Discover the Pradco store. You can get a custom autograph lure with iconic shapes like the Eden Spook, the Cotton Cordell Redfin, and many others. Add your name and message. Whatever sparks your imagination, you can get it at Bass Pro Shops Outpost at the Pradco store. Whatever sparks your imagination, take advantage of something unforgivable. It's just $3. That's it. Just $3 for your own custom lure additionally. That's it. All over the place. You can get it at Bass Pro Shop Outpost on Bass Pro Drive in the Pradco store right here in Fort Smith. When we return, SEC update. Got a crazy commitment, decommitment, recommitment story I want to tell you about. And we'll get into a few more things as we continue on a Morning Rush here on What's Your Beef Wednesday.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course Richard and Chris have been around forever.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner. Taco Bell's Lutz boxes are curated to perfection. The refined $5 box, opulent $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box, featuring the Fajita Street chalupas with boldly seasoned peppers and onions. Each delivers a satisfying symphony of flavors, but all that Lutz might go to your head.
Monsieur, check please.
You already paid. That's literally your receipt.
I wanna hear.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor Heath from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Passionate about sports? If yes, let's take that passion and put it to work growing your business. I'm Rita Newton with ESPN Arkansas, and I help people like you that own businesses connect them with our avid and loyal sports listeners through the power of radio with sharing your words, plus offering digital solutions. Whether you need more customers or more traffic on your website, I am your girl. So email me at rita.newton@hitthatline.com or call me at 479-353-1242. One email or one call away to working on a business plan to help you grow your business.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the tough there is.
Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
But this afternoon is a day for the Razorbacks to celebrate. Arkansas wins the tournament.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
I like recruiting stories. We love having Richard Davenport on, who just joins us. It'll be in the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast. Let me share about the young man, BenJarvus Shoemaker, who last night shut his recruitment down with Ole Miss. 2 nights ago, shut us down his recruitment. Then yesterday at 11 o'clock, flipped to Colorado. Then last night, flipped back to Ole Miss. So within 24 hours, he basically flip-flopped 3 times and is now back with Pete Golding and Ole Miss. Hayes Fawcett, who kind of detailed this with On3, said recruiting in 2026 in a nutshell. Thought that was pretty funny this morning.
You know, Arkansas's through this portal era, I'll knock on wood, we haven't had any like really dramatic, where they leave or they come and they leave. I guess what it would
the Madden Iamaliava.
That would be the one I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it's, we keep the players we get out of the portal.
And hopefully that stays that way. The commits that are currently have the number one class in baseball stay and sign and ends up keep rocking and rolling for DVH. Darius Acuff selected last night.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darius Acuff Jr. from the University of Arkansas.
First SEC player off the board. Third point guard, which I guarantee is going to take him off behind Wagler and Mikael Brown. Darius going to Sacramento to play for the Kings. Excited to see him at the next level.
What Kendrick Perkins, what he said was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's just big-time Acuff fan.
Listen, bro, I had to remind you why you was the SEC Player of the Year. I got to remind the world why this man, to me, is the best point guard in this year's draft.
It's been glazing him for months. Been giving him so much love, so much credit. And I don't mind. I'm not the biggest Kendrick Perkins fan in the world. KP, I felt like if we had a better center
He said he was the best Cal guard ever or something.
Yeah, I feel like if OKC had a better center than him back in the day, we would have won a championship, but it's a conversation for another day. But he loves Darius, so I like him from that aspect at least when it comes to Kendrick Perkins. All right, that is your SEC update this morning, brought to you by Farm Credit. I promise Tommy's going to rejoin at some point. He's in the midst of something important right now. Farm Credit. When the workday is done, good stuff beginning. Fishing, off-roading, enjoying the great outdoors. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas can make it happen. Go to myaglender.com, or you can visit one of their 25 locations across the state today. Maybe there's a certain place you want to get to in life, certain home you want to have. Well, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas can help you out. Again, all over the state, 25 locations. myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com. Help turn your dreams and your plans into reality with Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. All right, outside of him going number 7, what else stood out to you in the first round of the NBA draft last night, Big C?
Oh, the Cam Boozer. I was kind of curious to see if he would go 3 or 4, and he went. Didn't he go 3?
Went 3.
Yeah, to the Memphis Grizzlies. He kind of fits in Memphis. I feel like he's kind of, just that toughness, that gritty, mindset that usually Memphis players have. I think he'll fit in well there. He's not really a flashy player. Not the most exciting player to watch, but he's very productive.
I don't know if there's a player in college basketball that got away with more arm bars and elbows and offensive fouls than what he did against Arkansas and Chicago this past year. I mean, they did not call anything. And he's an incredible college basketball player of the year by a lot of different publications, and deservedly so. As much as I love Darius, that kid deserved it. But my goodness, that was annoying. I mean, they would not call a foul. You thought it was annoying when Victor Wembanyama didn't get a foul called on him? That's what it felt like with what am I saying? I almost said Cameron Boozer this past year when Arkansas played him. I mean, you just think about some of the higher profile guys that you got a chance to. Tommy made the comment earlier. I mean, just this freshman class is highly coveted as it is this year. And maybe that was one of the reasons Malik should have stayed back, is just because of how loaded it was. I don't know what it projects and looks like this next year. And maybe he made the right decision and comes off the board first with the Knicks later on tonight. That's an organization, well, maybe in the past you don't want to go play for, but they just won the championship. So I think there's a lot of players that would love to end up in New York and play for Mike Brown and play alongside Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and that team for years to come.
Yeah, and Nate Ament, obviously drafted by the Miami Heat, went to the Milwaukee Bucks. Are they kind of trying to build around? You think they're going to try to build around him?
Yeah, post Giannis, trying to figure out what that looks like if you're Milwaukee. I know they've got Tyler Hero and they've got some other players that they got in that deal. Hero's the Wisconsin kid that's going back home. So, yeah, what that looks like moving forward is going to be interesting for the Bucks and everything else. Malik, TB, we'll see where those Razorbacks hopefully come off the board tonight in the NBA draft second round, which hopefully both those guys end up coming off the board.
Glad to see LeBaron Fallon drafted just because I feel it feels like he's been in Alabama for
Yes.
3 or 4
Get him
years.
away from Tuscaloosa. You got to go back to Tuscaloosa. I don't know what guard combo they're going to have, but Nato, it's always unfortunately has good ones that Arkansas is going to have to deal with. Speaking of guards, Cal continues to impress. Passes Mike Krzyzewski for what was the 30th of his lottery picks, right? I think that was right. I threw away the sheet that had the stat on it. Here's John Calipari on Darius this past season.
Never would step out of a game. Was mad if I ever subbed him, and if he was hurt, played anyway. Played to win.
You think about the impact Darius had in 1 year, and I watched his recruiting video when he committed to the Razorbacks, and also, again, some love when he comes back to Arkansas.
What's your message to the fans back in Arkansas about your time in the Pig Sooie?
Oh, yeah, man, I love y'all. I'll be back soon. I won't stop coming out there for sure. I'll be back for sure.
The standing ovation he's going to get, whether it's at the All-Star break or whenever he steps foot back on campus, is going to be loud, rousing. I mean, he is going to get a lot of applause when he comes back to Bud Walton Arena for the first time since his playing days, Big C.
Yeah, it's going to be tough not seeing him out there, but the one thing about Cal and Arkansas basketball, you're going to see some really high-level elite talent year in and year out, so it kind of helps you transition from a guy like Darius Acuff, as good as he was. I don't think next year you're going to see a player kind of carry the load as much as Acuff had to do this year at times. Don't get me wrong, there were some really good contributors like Billy Richmond, Malik Thomas, but I don't see this year's team having to rely on just one guy for most of the points. I feel like this year's team may be a little better defensively, and you don't know who's going to go off for this year's team. It's exciting for sure, and I'm glad Darius Acuff ended up in Sacramento. It seems like a great fit for him. That franchise has had it pretty rough, and maybe he's going to be a shot in the arm for them. It sounds like he was really wanted there, so good for him.
Yeah, excited to see what his next level looks like in the NBA. All right, we have some news. Getting a multiple text that it has been announced. I got to confirm this. You might need to help me on the fly, Big C. Community America Razorback Stadium.
I'm not sure.
Trying to confirm this on the
that is
fly.
off the fly. I don't even know what that is, but let's see.
Great radio, but I just wanted. It's been texted in multiple times
Community
here in our.
America.
Oh, it's just put out by the Razorback account. Beginning in 2027, in partnership with Community America Credit Union, Razorback Stadium, it enters a new era while continuing the traditions of one of college football's most iconic venues. KP put this out, so I know it's real.
Baby.
All right, let's see what you got, KP. Rooted in more than 85 years of helping individuals and families achieve financial peace of mind and building a 65-year legacy of service in Arkansas, Community America is excited to engage with Razorback fans and communities that they call home. This will begin in the 2027 football season. So it won't be up there this year. Don't ask me why, but it will be up there. All right, let's see.
I'm curious to know how much they're paying.
Well, they're getting the SEC club, the Community America Club now. Let's see. Will benefit our student athletes. I'm just trying to read this on the fly. And the state of Arkansas for years to come. That's Hunter. This is on ArkansasRazorbacks.com. We'll get on hitthatline.com here shortly. So a credit union. All right, let me look. I don't think there's anything else more really notable in this. All right, we know. We've been waiting for, I guess, about a month now since it was, I forget when the Razorback Roadshow was. Maybe less than that, but now we know. All right, thoughts. 877-377-6963, Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Billy and Fort Smith, it's perfect. Our credit is so bad, we can only get approval from a credit union. Boy, that is huge
NIL,
splash
have to use them for NIL.
sarcasm. 6 Brant locations. Couldn't have been much of a price. Harrison. How is the first thoughts on this negative?
It just
I don't understand how y'all's first thoughts on it's negative.
It's a little underwhelming. I don't know what I was expecting from a naming rights standpoint, but hey, the important thing is we found a sponsor and we have someone who's willing to put their name on our stadium.
To help with the football program, which desperately needs it. I don't understand how the first thought during all this is skewed negative. And there's a lot of negative thoughts towards Arkansas football. Don't let people tell you otherwise. But I don't know how you can, like, rip from the jump, your mind immediately goes negative. At least in my point of view.
I knew this would happen. No matter who it was, I knew that at least the initial reaction would be like just making fun of it, but I think, after a while, that'll die down. I think.
I don't know what the deal is worth. I don't think it's in the release, but me personally, I'm happy about it. We'll get some more thoughts on this. 877-377-6963. We're getting some text rolling here. We'll take your calls coming up here on the Morning Rush. Maybe it's a beef of yours. It seems to be a beef of some. I don't know why, but to each his own. That's why it's sports radio. You can have an opinion. Well, the opinion of many, at least, that have been, is that Gaston's White River Resort is the perfect vacation spot. Listen, I'm not an avid fisherman of any sort. You guys know that. You gals know that. But I have had a fantastic time at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Go to gastons.com. Clint and the team, they always got some videos up on Facebook. There's always an awesome experience to be had at Gaston's. I think Matt was just there. Or he's going, one of the two. Always a great time at Gaston's White River Resort. Tommy was talking about, the different people that have flown in different helicopters and small planes. It's just a really cool experience. My parents have been a few times. I've had friends that have gone, bachelor trips, various weekends, corporate retreats, you name it, they can do it. 870-431-5202. It's Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time. Every time.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
My beef with you, Di.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or take 2.9% financing for up to 72 months. Lease the all-new 2026 GMC EV Sierra for as low as $600 a month with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa with bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last, contact store for availability.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? in your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
Are you tired of bulky, embarrassing dentures? At River Valley Smile Center, we offer fixed hybrid dentures, a permanent solution that looks and feels more natural than traditional dentures. They're secure, comfortable, and never come out. Most procedures can be completed right here in our office with sedation. No need for referrals. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced techniques, and digital workflow, we provide the best possible outcomes. Financing is also available. Call us at River Valley Smile Center today at 479-646-0706 or visit us at rivervalleysmiles.com.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Is your business getting found online or getting lost in the crowd? Hi, I'm Christy Bedeau with ESPN Arkansas, and I'm here to help you get your products and services found in today's digital world. Not only do we offer connections to the loyal Razorback fan base, but we can help you build, maintain, and grow your online presence. From world-class websites to streaming video commercials, we create the campaign that allows you to be found online and on air. I can help you create a marketing strategy built around your goals that works. Call me, Christy Bedeau, at 208-3012 for a free needs analysis, and let's create a marketing plan that gets you found.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
All right, reaction coming in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We'll take more of it. Surprised we haven't gotten a call. Usually when people have a strong opinion, they'd like to let it know on the airways. But plenty of text to rifle through, and we'll do that coming up. Got a funny one from our buddy Bruce Stan at Pradco Fishing as well. I don't know if they had the odds on the Bet Saracen app of what the name was going to be. I'm surprised because they seem to have the odds on everything Razorback related. Bet Saracen, whether you're betting MLB, I know there's no more college baseball, but there's so much going to be happening this fall. It's the best sports betting app here in Arkansas. You go to BetSaracen.com. They've got a how-to-play video that you can check out. The thing I like about Bet Saracen, it's like I don't really – if I'm going to bet on something, I only bet 2 or 3 times a year, but it's going to be something Arkansas-related. Well, they got all the Arkansas stuff at the top. It doesn't matter if it's just football, basketball, baseball, softball. I mean, they've got it all near the top. Bet Saracen, it's Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, the Bet Saracen app. All right, let's talk to Brian. He's in Greenwood this morning as the name for those who missed it. Jeez Louise.
All right, so I did a quick
Community-
Gemini search on Google just to find out some good information.
Okay.
The most important thing is they do have $9 billion in assets.
Wow.
So they have money, so that's good. And then I looked into their sports partnerships. They're the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good
start. And then they have the naming rights to the Crown Royal Club with the Kansas City Royals, and they have the naming rights for the St. Louis Cardinals club as well. So they have dabbled into some other sports partnerships in the Kansas City and the Missouri area.
Okay. For those that are missing what Brian's talking about, Community America Razorback Stadium, the official announcement just made recently by Arkansas as of like 10 minutes ago. You can continue, Brian.
No, that was my main thing. Is I just wanted to point out that they're not so no-name with like 6 branches. They're one of the largest credit unions with $9 billion in assets. So sounds like we partnered up with somebody that had money, even though I'd never heard of them.
Here's what I want to know. What is your initial stance on this? Are you positive or negative? My stance is it's overwhelmingly positive. Hunter and his staff convinced a non-Arkansas company to invest in this stadium.
Yeah, that's not easy.
How is this a negative? And I'm not a lapdog. I'm not carrying his bags. I call it like it is. If he does something I don't like or Tommy doesn't like, we say it.
How do you think
But
he
when
sold
this
it?
is, I don't understand how this is negative. I really don't.
How do you think he sold it? I mean, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
Give him props because it's not been something obviously that's been easy to sell, and apparently they were able to do it. So
Bruce texted in. I alluded to this text, Christian. Are we going to call it coma or comma? Talking about the new stadium. Oh, man. I don't know how many. I'd have to look this up. What SEC stadiums are now sponsored versus just the family or the Bryant Denny Stadium, Nick Saban Field. I'd be curious about that. Billy wants to call it the commie. I like the commie. They need info like this out of presser. I'm going to guess
America Stadium.
I don't know. I need to double check the release. If let's see, do we have? There it is. All right. The media is excited or invited to attend the naming rights at noon at the SEC Club. When is this? Today?
yeah, it's been leaked apparently.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering if the media event looks like it's today. Yeah, it's today. Video and audio will be available only upon request. All right, so they're gonna have more on that today. Who was that texted in? Graham. Gavin, it's a group effort. The Tyson, Stevens, Hunt, Walmart Stadium has a nice read to it. Josh from Compton, call it Thanks Missouri for your money stadium. Let's see.
I think
what
they're
else.
based out of Kansas actually.
Sean says it's negative because they announced an announcement a month ago which builds anticipation. The people hear Community Bank Razorback Stadium, it kind of sounds Bush League. How does that sound Bush League? I am floored. I am flabbergasted that the reaction is not overwhelmingly positive on this because we went out of state, and by we, I meant the athletics department, and got money and convinced someone, despite us having a bad football program the last decade and a half, the money you invest in this is going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, geez, Louise.
I really don't care. I mean, I say that I just want them to win football games. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, and this is going to help.
Yeah.
Clip texting in. The naming rights sold were supposed to be a big happening. This isn't even a splash in the water. We don't know how much money is being invested. Evidently, it's the most in college football, according to Rick Thorpe. Chris thinks it's underwhelming. Having a bigger brand would have looked better at least. It just shows how desperate we are as a program, according to Ellis. Had to dig deep to find anonymous. If it was Arvest or Sam's Club, it would show value to the naming rights, but clearly there's no value there. Guys, they're already spending money. We found a new puddle. We found a new place to find money on this.
And that's what it's
What's
really
the return
about, right?
policy
The
on the
money.
naming rights?
It really is about the money. It's not, I mean, for everyone involved.
I am very surprised at this reaction. Are you surprised at this?
I don't know what I was just expecting something that like everyone would hear, like when they heard the name they would be like, oh, I know them, but like the more I've thought about it, like it's just a little underwhelming, but it doesn't really change anything. I mean, as far as what the product is on the field, it's supposed to help, like you said.
Maybe I'll have a different impression tomorrow, but right now it's positive. But based on these texts we keep getting, it's negative. All right, I'll tell you what's positive. Nick and Ellie Glidewell, real estate agents that can help sell your home. They have very aggressive marketing, and they've been helping people buy and sell homes for over 15 years. Give them a call, 479-739-2333. That's 739-2333. Or visit them at nickandellie.com. Nick and Ellie Glidewell, ready to serve you. I wish they would have broke this, at the front of the show, because then the beefs would have just kept coming in. Frankly, I'm surprised here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. This seems to be a beef of some. Halftime's coming up. Colton Little, Matt Jones, they'll react to this and more, followed by Ruskin and Zach, plus a big announcement coming up at 12.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the